All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Bachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nat coming out with a lesson. Lord's will is edifying to the Lord's elect. Just want to sure everything's all right. All right, let's get into some news. It says Trump-Putin summit in Alaska resembles a slow defeat for Ukraine. Let's see what that's talking about. It says location matters. Former real estate mogul U.S. President Donald Duck said moments later he announced Alaska, a place sold by Russia to the United States 158 years ago for $7.2 million, would be where Russian President Vladimir Putin tries to sell his land deal of the century, getting Kiev to hand over chunks of land he's not yet been able to occupy. So look at that, man. We're trying to come up with a way to have peace, and so they're gonna have to negotiate, you know, so Duck can get those minerals and I guess that's what the plan is, man. Putin gets to keep the land that he occupies now, and Duck gets to keep the mineral resources that are there. But that's only gonna last but a short time, man. Okay, it's only gonna last but a short time. You can't trust this devil whenever he says there's peace, man. He thinks he got peace with the whole world, but that's not the case. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'll start from the top. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Mashiach is at hand. Yeah, the day of Mashiach is at hand, man. Meaning he's coming back. Okay, over 2,000 years ago, he's gonna come back. He's gonna destroy Babylon, man. That ain't never changed. The plan, the mission's still the same, man. Okay. But he just got to fulfill the rest of the prophecies, which is to destroy Babylon, redeem the elect. Okay, then we going into everlasting after that. But there's some things that have to come to pass. Okay, just like Revelation 11, verse 14, I believe, where it says the second woe is past and the third woe cometh quickly. We're in that third woe right now, but it still ain't fully hot yet, man. America and Russia ain't going toe-to-toe yet, but it's going to escalate to that situation. That's why you got Medvedev, who's a previous president of Russia. He's saying he talking about the dead man switch. So even if you kill Vladimir Putin, hey, it's just sudden destruction anyways, man. It's sudden destruction. Nothing you can do. It's automatic. Okay, everything's automatic. All these countries got it automatically, man. You kill their president and wipe out, you nuclear bomb them, they automatically gonna bomb you. Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except they come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah, there had to be a falling away first. Okay, back then they thought that the kingdom of Israel was going to happen according to Acts 1 and 6, but that wasn't the time. Okay, because there had to be a falling away first. According to Jeremiah 17 and 4, you had to be discontinued from your heritage. Just like now, a lot of Israelites don't know they're Israel. Okay, so that had to happen first. This is the first time you look at previous captivities. Israel knew they were Israel. Not as much as now. I mean, how can I put it? Israel knew they were Israel, but back then they were acting like Gentiles. They didn't know they were Israel as much as. But it's worse now, is what I'm trying to say, man. It's worse now that a lot of us, this is the first time Israel, no one knew they were Israelites until like 1960, man. Well, I can't say nobody. Some people knew they were Israel, but they didn't know the prophecies written in the book. I'll say it like that. Because I've actually met people that actually knew they were Israel, okay? Before this truth came out. Their parents knew they were Israelites, okay? But this truth had to come back, man. So that gospel was hid. Okay, you might have known you were Israel, but you lacked the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. It's more to knowing that you're just Israel, man. You need this wisdom. You got to know about Yahawashi. You got to know about the prophecies, man, so you can repent and get your mind right, man. okay? You had to get these breakdowns. So that falling away had to happen, and it happened during this time, okay? During the transatlantic slave trade, 1492 with Christopher Columbus. You know, it had to, that's when that falling away came. That iconoclasm that he did, man, and really put Yahawashi, got the whole world thinking Yahawashi is the so-called white man. That doctrine had to go out, and you had to be discontinued from your heritage. As a matter of fact, I keep saying it, but let me grab the precept. Man. And I'm gonna start at the top. Jeremiah 17 and verse 1, the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart, and open the horns of your altars, whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So he kindled a fire in his anger, and you got discontinued from your heritage. He told Jeremiah that, and that had to be fulfilled. And it was fulfilled during this time. It was partially fulfilled. That some of these prophecies were partially fulfilled before, but it came to a full when it came over here, when we came over here to the Americas. Okay? This is where it actually was fulfilled. And that's what he's getting into when he says there had to be a falling away first. So that was the time for the kingdom to come. Right? As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me grab this in Hosea 12. Hosea 1. Okay, so we had to be discontinued from our heritage. And that's why we're going through the things we go through today, man. Acting like a damn heathen. Book of Hosea 1:1, the word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land have committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. Yeah, we departed from keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and that's why our enemies were able to prevail against us. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diet-Balaam, which conceived and bare him a son. So he told Hosea, go get you a whore, man. Okay, and it was symbolic of the nation of Israel, because according to Jeremiah 6:2, the Most High is married to the children of Israel because they made a covenant with him through Moses on Mount Sinai after the Exodus in Egypt. Hosea 1:3, so he went and took Gomer and the daughter of Diet-Balaam, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to seize the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again, and she bare a daughter. And God said unto him, call her name Lo-Ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. Yeah, the house of Israel, Lo-Ruhamah. You gotta look into these names, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's get into it. As a matter of fact, Lo-Ruhamah. Let's see what that means. In Hosea 1:6. Yahuwah. It says no mercy. So Yahuwah, he's gonna have no mercy on Israel. Okay. Hosea 1:7, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses or by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo-Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said God, call his name Lo-Ami, For ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. That's right. You are not my people. So no mercy. There was a time where he had no mercy on the house of Israel, and he was going to consider his not our people. And this is the time, okay? Because we're not considered the Israelites in this time. We're considered black, Latino, Native American. That's you not being a people, okay? Hosea 1:10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. That's right. This is the time where it's going to be said that ye are the sons of the living God, especially during Jacob's trouble. The Lord's going to show you who he's dealing with, man. He's going to show you who he's dealing with. He tells you in Isaiah the 14th chapter, he's going to have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. You're going to see that. The heathen they're going to be envious of that, man. They're going to know the Lord's dealing with the nation of Israel in these last days. Hosea chapter 1:11, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. That's right. You're going to come up out of here, man. All right? So, yeah, man. So we were not a people, but now we are. It's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. And that's the so-called white man. He got to be revealed, man, as being the devil that's in the Bible, man. Or being, or I should say, Esau, Edom. That's who we should. That needs to be revealed, man. Because according to Job 9:24, he owns the whole world. He's the one creating all these things. These things need to be exposed about this devil. Just like people want to see the Epstein files and see who's on the list. Well, we got a list of the wicked, and we know it's the Edomites, man. Okay, we know who Esau is, man, and this is his. This is where he gets exposed with this word. This is the most detrimental thing that could ever happen to the so-called white man, is being exposed for who he truly is in the Bible. Going all the way back to the serpent in the garden, being the devil, man, being the Satan's the physical manifestation of Satan down here on the earth. He need to be bound up. Did a video yesterday talking about his ass coming out for a short season, man. He's a fugitive and a vagabond, just like Cain was. And it's coming to that time where he's gonna be slain. He's gonna be slain, man. It's gonna start on this side, but then it's gonna start on the other side when Jacob's ruling. We're gonna put him through the fire, see if he's worth anything. See if he come out the other side of it. See if what he's made out of. But we're going to go on the fire on this side, but the elect are going to make it out of it, according to Zechariah, the 13th chapter. Let me grab that. Lord got a remnant. Plus he said, Zion's comparable to fine gold. But the wicked, they're like hay, they're like stubble, they're like wood, so they ain't going to make it through the fire. Okay? Alright, this is the book of Zechariah 13:1. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets in the unclean spirit to pass out of the land. And it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say unto him, thou shalt not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through when he prophesied. Yeah, you gonna come into this thing, man. You're gonna feel it, man. You're gonna feel it, man. And the more and more we get headed to the end, man, being in this truth is gonna be, you're gonna be afflicted more and more, man. Okay? So you gotta count the cost when you come into this thing, but ultimately you ain't gonna have a choice. Jeremiah ain't have a choice. He said the words were in him like a fire, man. He had to go prophesy. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can grab that precept. So even if you try to count the cost, man, the Lord's you're gonna have a heavy spirit on you to come out on these highways and hedges and prophesy the downfall of this place. Hey, how you doing, brother? You read the Bible?
Yeah.
Take a look at this, man. Okay. I'm an Israelite, by the way. You're an Israelite too. What's your nationality? Dominicans go back to the tribe of Simeon. Okay, we go back to a person named Jacob in the Bible. We're the Israelites, brother. Before we came over here to the Americas, we were in Israel in the ancient times, and we forgot that because of wars and all of these other things, man. Esau, which is so-called white man, he took us over, and he gave you that nationality, okay, through the Roman Catholic Church. Dominican goes back to Saint Dominic, okay? Cain. You should look it up when you get a chance, man. So you don't go back to a so-called white man named Saint Dominic. They taught your people that, and they continue to teach you these things and not tell you to come. Your nationality is in this Bible. This Bible is a lot older than this country, and your knowledge is in here. Okay, so you're an Israelite from the tribe of Simeon. The Lord's name is Yahweh. That's Hebrew for He exists, in who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The letter J came out in 1524, so His name can't be Jesus, because the letter J was created in 1524. So Jesus was here before 500 years ago, okay? He died 2,000 years ago, okay? So 500 years ago, calling him Jesus, the Romans didn't even use the letter J, is what I'm trying to tell you. His name is Yahawashi, and it means He's the Savior. And He's the Savior to save the children of Israel. He's an Israelite, okay? Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, He comes from the tribe of Judah. Okay, we used to go back to tribes, okay? And that's all I wanted to tell you, brother. All right? But read the Bible, you're an Israelite. What's the Lord's name? Yahweh. That's the Most High God. And His Son's name is Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, brother. All right, man? All right, brother. Have a good one, man. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 4. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision when he had prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to deceive anymore. You gonna come out here wearing a rough garment, man. We gonna see through it, through the doctrine that you preaching, man. You ain't gonna be able to deceive anymore. And that's why you constantly being poked at. If you believe in something else, you calling the RFID chip something else, but yet you still wear a garment. We see through the garment, man. It's the lies that's spewing out of your mouth. You might know you're Israel, but you still, the MOTB is like one of the biggest prophecies in the Bible, man. As a matter of fact, I forgot to even tell them that. Okay? But if you can't receive the name, you know, it's not for everybody, though. But he stopped, he looked, you know. It's good to get young Jake out here, man. Okay? And give him a chance, because your family ain't going to tell you the truth, man. Your family ain't going to tell you you're Israel. And it might not mean anything to you, but who knows, man? You see somebody one time, and you see him a second time, maybe a third time, he wake up. Who knows? The scripture that tells you Apollos watered, something like that. Let's grab that precept, as a matter of fact. But that's what it is, man. Plant the seed, and you see, and the Lord does the rest. I don't know why. Follow. I can't get it, man. First Corinthians 3 and 6. Let me grab that. First Corinthians 3 and 6. Hold this down. You know? It's really up to the Lord if you get this word, man. The Lord's will, you know, young man can get it. Some people come to this truth when they're young. 1 Corinthians, let's start at the top. Chapter 3, verse 1, and our brethren could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, For hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal, and walk as men? For while some saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? And then is Paul, and who is Apollos? So, Salakia, who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. Yeah, so, that's the same thing as today, man. You ain't supposed to envy no man. Even the apostles and others at Great Millstone, they tell you, man, they don't want to be put on a pedestal, man, because they ain't shit, man. But ministers of the gospel, man. Okay, so ultimately they're just vessels used that the Lord's using, man. Okay, they hope just like we all hope that we're part of that number. So putting them up, just like Paul saying, man, I ain't nobody, man. I'm just the minister. The Lord put the spirit on me, man. I was out here killing Christians, man. Okay, and the Lord put the spirit on me to go teach. So that's kind of the mindset of Paul. We should be in the same type of spirit, not looking at ourselves as anybody, man. We're nothing, man. Just vessels that the Lord's using to minister his word. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Yeah, so I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Just like I just, Lord's will, hopefully planted, and somebody, he can get the increase. But the seed was sown. Okay? So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Yeah, the Most High giveth the increase, man. It's all up to the Lord. Okay? Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. Yeah, every man will receive his own reward according to his own labor. There's plenty of things you could have been doing, but hey, it's better to go labor. It's better than we trying to reap a harvest in these last days, man. You never know what work you did in the past that was going to bring forth fruit. You just do the work, and hopefully it brings forth some fruit for yourself. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 9, for we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building. Yeah, that's right, man. We are laborers together. We're one, man. It's just one big body that the Lord got out here. Okay? So whoever gets the word, whoever waters the person, hey, man, it's the same thing. We all just doing the work. Lord's will is an acceptable sacrifice, man. It's always good to come, because sometimes you don't know who you're going to run. You might not run into anybody, man. You might just be prophesying to the wind, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10, according to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation. Another buildeth thereon, but let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. Yeah, let every man take heed on how he buildeth thereupon. Okay, you come on to a construction site, man, and you're gonna do according to the rules of the construction. You gotta have the right doctrine. You gotta use the same tools that the other men were using. You gotta go off the same cornerstone that the other men were using, or you're gonna throw it off. You're gonna throw off the whole building, and you gotta break it all, start all over again, man. So you gotta make sure Yahawashi is your foundation. Okay, and that's not to say that you're not gonna make mistakes, man. I make mistakes all the time, but that effort to keep improving and correcting yourself, hey, that's gonna make you. It'll make you better, man. You gotta diligently seek the Lord, man. And as you seek the Lord, He's gonna reveal more and more unto you. Okay, according to your measure. Everyone got their certain measure. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 11, for other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahawashi Hamashiach. You can't lay something else down here, man. Okay? Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Yeah, the fire shall try you, man. Every man's work of what it is. That affliction. Okay? If any man's work abide which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Yeah, so if he stays within the ministry, hey, there's a reward for that. Okay? If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. That's right, but you got to remain in this thing too. You can't fall out. You somebody else's reward, you know. So every man still gotta. Y'all gonna be tried by the fire. Some of us are gonna suffer loss, but not everyone's gonna suffer a loss, man. Because it's appointed for you to wake up whoever you're supposed to wake up. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 14, if any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? That's right, man. The Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If you part of that church, okay? He's putting the Spirit on the elect, okay? His remnant to prophesy in these last days, to get this truth, to believe, to give them that gift of faith. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17, if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temples ye are. Yeah, you don't want to defile yourself, man. Okay, you want to refrain from those fleshly lusts. Okay? You want to stay holy. And the only way you can stay holy is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. And not going back into the world, making yourself an enemy with God. Okay? 1 Corinthians 3 and 18, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. Yeah, you got to humble yourself, man. Become a fool. You don't know. You know, in order to receive this truth, you got to forget everything you learned. You got to start off with the milk. You know, get in the name of the Lord. It starts with that. Okay? Getting this understanding, you got to start off with that, man. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 19, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And he taketh the wise in their own. This world is foolishness, man. The wisdom of this world. Okay? Because that wisdom's not going to lead to your salvation. That wisdom's going to lead to your destruction. That's foolishness. If you knew that there's a God, you'd move accordingly. Okay, but he got to put that faith on you, man. You got to put that fear on you, I should say. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, according to Proverbs, the first chapter. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 20, again and again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Yeah, the thoughts of the wise are vain. You wise in your own conceit. You wise with the wisdom of this world. Scriptures tell you that the wisdom of the wicked is not, the knowledge of the wicked is not wisdom, something like that. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? It's going to lead to your destruction. We preaching life, man. They preach death. This world ain't got nothing but death for you. These heathen ain't got nothing but death for you. This is the only form of life that you're ever going to get. This is the word that leads to everlasting life. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 in verse 21, therefore let no man glory in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas, or the world or life or death, or things present or things to come, all are yours. And ye are Hamashiachs, and Hamashiach is the Most High. That's right. That's right, man. Hamashiach's the Most High. Just like that order, man. And we got to get back in order. You don't belong to yourself. Okay, you belong to the Lord, man. You were bought with a price. So you got to act like it. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. That's what you're trying to get at, young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. If he's wise, he would obtain to what I was telling him about him being from the tribe of Simeon. He will go and look to see what I was talking about. It's about Saint Dominic in the Roman Catholic Church. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. Yeah, you want to get the understanding of what's being said. For the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. For fools despise wisdom and instruction. He stopped so he might not despise wisdom and instruction. Okay? But a lot of fools do, because they don't believe in the Lord. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. Yeah, it's going to beautify you when you get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Okay? Which is likened unto listening to your father and your mother. Okay? You listen to your father and your mother, you honor them, man. But listening to these law, statutes, and commandments, man, it's like listening to your father and your mother. It's like you're beautifying yourself. Imagine putting a chain, you shining, man. Chain about your neck. And what else to say? Ornament of grace onto thy head, man. Okay? So you want to take heed to what's being said. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Yeah, if the sinners can entice you, consent thou not. Don't follow the way of these heathens. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Yeah, gang banging, seeing like Esau, you know. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all the precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Yeah, don't be like Esau, man. That's how he thinks. Like a fucking gangster, man. He'll rob you, stealing, killing, whatever it is to get to the bag, man. This is the bag you should be trying to get, is this word. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. Yeah, let's all have one purse, man. Let's hit a lick. This is the only lick you need to hit, is getting to know the Lord, man. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. Yeah, because that way is going to lead you to death. Okay? For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Just like the so-called white man. He likes to make haste to go shed blood because he covets the world. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 17, surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood, they lurk privily for their own lives. Yeah, they lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. That's right, and that's Esau, man. Greedy of gain. You don't want to be like that. You want to refrain from that. But being underneath him, that vibration's been put on us to be like that, to covet things of this world, to covet the wicked, living in Calabasas and shit, like stupid shit, man. Oh, I want a nice house in the suburbs. Okay, but you only to be around some sinners, man. All right, only for a short period of time, man. This place is going to be destroyed. You're going to get destroyed with this place if you don't repent. Okay. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 in verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Yeah, that's Esau. He think he's God, man. That's why he recreated the images. He got everyone thinking the so-called white man's God, man. He's the one who portrayed those images. He used iconoclasm. He portrayed the Israelites as being white people. That's Esau. Okay? That's what he's here to do. Deceive. He got a short season to do that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. He's being revealed in his time. This time, the end of times. It's being revealed, man. Esau, that's being known more. It's being talked about more. The Christians are even looking it up. he can be saved, even though they're still talking about him. Okay? Esau's going out, man. But the Christians think they can save Esau, man. They think they can. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 6, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, which is now. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Yeah, he was already working then as the Romans. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Yeah, he's about to be taken out of the way, man. And Israel's going to be in his stead, being in rulership. Just like it says in 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter. Because Esau is the end of the world. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yes, and then that wicked is going to be revealed. And that's talking about Esau. Malachi, the 1st chapter. He's the wicked that the Bible's talking about. Okay? That's Esau, man. That's Esau. Damn wicked devil. Okay? Malachi 1:1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. That's right. The Lord's going to be magnified from the border of Israel. With the Israelites, man. That's who's magnifying the Lord, the Israelites, man. Yahawashi is not being magnified from Israel, whoever's in Israel today, man. No, the Israelites are magnifying. That's where the border is, man. Okay? That's what you see. Malachi 1:6, a son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor? You forgot. What tribe you from? Simeon, brother. Simeon. You're a Simeon man. Sorry, bro. Nice seeing you, bro. Yeah, he came back. He came back again. He came back again. He gonna see me again, Lord's will. I'm gonna ask him again. Malachi 1:6, a son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests, that despise my name. And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Yeah, we calling you Jesus. How we despising your name? It says it in the Bible. Okay? But you despising it because we told you what the name is. His name is being used. And you're despising it. We understand you didn't know before and you were using Jesus. That we understand that. But now that you got the truth and you still using it, you despising the Lord's name. Ye offer polluted bread upon my altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say the table of the Lord is contemptible. Yeah, I can do whatever I want when it comes to serving the Lord, man. I can teach whatever doctrine I want in the Lord. That's how a lot of people feel. Okay? First Malachi 1:7, ye offer Malachi chapter 1 and verse 8, and if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto the governor. Will he be pleased with thee or accept thy person, saith the Lord of hosts? Yeah, you offer this shit, you go to work and do whatever the hell you want to do at work and see if you still got your job, man. Okay? Try that with somebody else, man. Try that with your governor. Break the laws of the so-called white man and see if you get arrested or not, man. Go catch a body out here and see if you ain't getting judged for that. You won't go to jail or something, you know? Because that's what you're doing think you could do whatever you want. The Lord got a certain way of doing things, man. He got laws that need to be respected, and Israel's not doing that. Okay, so he's saying do that shit to somebody else and see how they treat you, man. Ain't no one gonna accept that bullshit. And neither is the Most High. Malachi chapter 1 verse 9, and now I pray you, beseech God that he will be gracious unto us. This have been by your means. Will he regard your person, saith the Lord of hosts? Yeah, will he regard your persons when you do that? Is he gonna have respect to your disrespect? We'll see. Who is there even among you that would shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on my altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering at your hand. Yeah, so he ain't accepting your offerings, man. Okay? So in that time when you're looking for mercy and grace, let's see if he's going to give it to you. Let's see if he'll give you what you're looking for. You were giving him what he needed, what he was looking for. Let's see if he gives you what you're looking for in the time of Jacob's trouble. Malachi chapter 1 and 11, for from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering for my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, that starts with us, but it also in the kingdom, man. Okay? Ain't gonna be no more idols, man. All that shit about to be done away with. Everyone gonna be worshiping Yahawashi. Okay? Including the heathen. The non-Israelites. But that's in the kingdom. That ain't on this side, man. Even though this works for everybody to hear, according to Isaiah, the 34th chapter, I believe. Everyone can hear the judgment that's coming, because that's what's written. But at the same time, your idols are going to be confounded when the Lord comes and destroys everybody. Malachi chapter 1 and verse 12, but ye have profaned it, in that ye say the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness it is it? And ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? Yes, should I accept that lame offering you've got over there? You think I can't see the blemishes in your sacrifices, in your doctrine? Okay? Because back then, the priest would have to look at the animal, make sure it wasn't sick, make sure it didn't have any blemishes or anything before they offered it as a sacrifice. But then they started going off and started sacrificing whatever they wanted. Okay, they were still doing the role of being a priest, but they weren't doing it with fear, with respect to the Lord, the way he wanted his priests to do that work. Okay, so they started bringing blemished sacrifices. That's unacceptable. Malachi 1 and 14, but cursed be the deceiver, which have in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Yeah, that's right. His name is dreadful among the heathen. And 2/3 of you Israelites, man, y'all like heathen too. That's why y'all still saying Jesus when the name is out there. So you're going to get the same judgment as the rest of the heathen. Acting like that, man. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Yeah, until he be taken out of the way. And that's coming when Yahawashi returns. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall be destroyed with the brightness of his coming. Yeah, he's going to be coming with those chariots, just like it says in Revelation, the 1st chapter. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's Esau, with all power and signs with lying wonders. Look at the lying wonders he's creating today. As a matter of fact, we just, a couple days ago was the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That was a wonder and a miracle. But now he got AI, okay? That's a new wonder that he's created. And this time, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. And he's sending a very strong delusion in these last days, especially when he got AI. Very strong delusion, man. He got automated robots. He got all this technology, Chat GPT, Grok, Gemini. Okay, knowledge is being increased. Okay. So a lot of that is causing people to go off, man. A lot of fake news out there. There's a lot of shit out there, man. Okay? Different drugs are going out there, man. Demon. Dude just cut through the gas station doing like 60. Demon, man. Yeah, so he gonna send, that's what you see, man. Majority of the people are under a strong delusion that this place is gonna last forever. That duck is gonna make this place great again. That's the strong delusion that the Lord got out here right now. 2 Thessalonians 2:12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Yeah, you're gonna be damned, condemned to death, judgment. Okay, reprobate. But we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and believeth of the truth. Yeah, so it is a predestination, man. Chosen from the foundations of the world. Just like it says in Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or our epistle. Yeah, whether by word or our epistle, man. You gotta hold fast to this truth, man. Dude's doing a full-blown demon, man. Just went chewed up one way, then he came back around. It's a demon, man. 2 Thessalonians 2:13, but we are bound to give, as I said that. 2 Thessalonians 2:14, whereunto you he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach. Yeah, he called you by the gospel. Okay, this is the gospel that needed to be preached to wake up the elect of Israel. Not that Jesus Christ bullshit. Yeshua and all this other falsehoods, man. No, they needed to hear Yahawashi. They needed to hear Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi. It was a different vibration that they needed to hear in order to unlock the knowledge. That's the key. That's the key that they needed, man, to get this word inside of it. 2 Thessalonians 2:16, now our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach himself and God, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work. That's right. Establish you in every good word and work. Keep this doctrine, keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Okay? And if you got the ability to go teach the truth, man, to the best of your ability. And don't be mixing up the doctrine with other camps. Okay? You want to keep the doctrine pure. All right. Jeremiah 1:1, the words of the Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Enoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem, captive in the 5th month. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Yeah, that's right, man. Before I formed thee in the belly. Okay? He's the one who ordained you to prophesy if that's your lot. Like it tells you in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. Okay? Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. You're going to do what I said. This demon came all the way back, man. He came all the way back. Okay. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. That's right. He's going to put his words in your mouth if he's dealing with you. Okay? You got to be humble, man. You got to be humble. You can learn a lot more by being humble, even if you've been in this thing for years, man. That's why, I always try to humble myself, man, because I really don't. It's good to empty out, man, so you can start afresh, man. See what you really know. Test yourself, man. Get in the spirit of knowing you need Yahawashi ultimately, man. This word's not in. You got to constantly be in the word for you to retain this word. Jeremiah 1:10, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. That's right. That's what we're doing, man. We're rooting out the lies of Esau, Edom. We're planting the true word. Okay, taking out the weeds out of the garden, man, of Israel. Because that vineyard has been polluted. Okay, it's been polluted, man. Like it says in Isaiah the 5th chapter. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Then said the Lord unto me, thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my word to perform it. And the word of the Lord came unto me the second time, saying, what seest thou? And I said, I see a seething pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. Then the Lord said unto me, out of the north an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. For lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north, saith the Lord, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, and against all the walls thereof round about, and against all the cities of Judah. And I will utter my judgments against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and worship the works of their own hands. Going to idolatry. But he's going to bring them back into Israel. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee. So don't be scared, man. He will confound you, man. Okay? Tells you in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, man, if you got that fearful heart, man, go home, man. This ain't for you, man. You're gonna get some demons on you, and you shit. This is you making a living sacrifice, man. Okay? Just rock here. Gonna make your body a living sacrifice. What does he say? You gotta make your body a living sacrifice, man. You gotta do it, man. It's that according to Romans, the 12th chapter. Book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song, to my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved have a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine and built a tower in the midst of it and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. Yeah, that's right. That's Israel, man. That degenerate plant, man. What more could, how you doing? What more could the Lord have done to it, man? He took you out of Egypt. You read Ezekiel, the 16th chapter. You know, he took you out of Egypt, man. He gave you, he made a covenant, married you, man. Put you on top, had all the nations bringing you gifts, and then you committed idolatry, man. Cheated on him, man. So he fucked you up because of that. And then he sent his only begotten son to be reunited with you, man, being a sacrifice. So you can atone for yourself, man. So this is a time where you should be looking for mercy. Getting to know the Lord, getting to be what the Lord was looking for, man. Cleaning yourself up. Isaiah 5:5, and now go to, I will tell you what I will do with to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. And I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. That's what happened to us, man. He took away that defense, and then we got destroyed. We ain't had his wisdom. You know, we were trodden. Then he set up people to go tend to the vineyard, man, which is Israel. Take the weeds out, clean it up, plant the right seeds in it. All right, so he can get that cluster of grapes up out of it. That's what the Lord's doing. Isaiah 5:7, for the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression, for righteousness, but behold, a cry. That's right, we weren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We were oppressing our own people, man. So it's like, you can't even be mad at the heathen oppressing us. It makes more sense for another nation to oppress you, but imagine you oppressing your own people, man. Bug the hell out, man. That's way more wicked that's wicked. Isaiah 5:8, woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. Yeah, lay house to house and field to field, man. That's how you living right now. Just so you could take up more of the land and more of the resources, man. Take it for yourself. In my ears, said the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitant. Yea, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath, and the seed of an omer shall yield an ephah. Yeah, you ain't gonna get nothing out of that wickedness, man. All that wickedness is gonna bring you nothing. Okay? You ain't gonna reap the fruit of your wickedness, your wicked labors. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them. And the harp and the viol and the tabret and pipe and wine are in their feasts. But they regard not the work of the Lord, neither consider the operation of his hands. That's right, man. Doing all this partying and shit, but you don't regard the work of the Lord. Okay? You should be regarding the work of the Lord. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. That's right. That's why you're in captivity now. And that's why you lack understanding for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, hell have enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory in their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoices shall descend into it. Yeah, you're going to descend into hell. Being in the rulership to being ruled over by your enemies, man. A low state. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, and God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. Then shall the lambs feed after their manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were with the cart rope. Yeah, that's right, man. You walking around holding your sin, man. It's holding you down, man. Okay? That say, let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it. And let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's right, man. That's what this place is like, man. You put darkness for light and sweet for bitter, man. It's just backwards, man. And that's because of all your iniquity, man. All right? I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Shalom, Ababa, Kwam Yasharala.